I'm trying to be cool, but I'm so not going to be. If you haven't seen this movie, all I can say is, you're killing me, Smalls. Sandlot is celebrating 30 years this year, and you can catch this baseball classic, this childhood classic at the Banks tonight. Meet some of the stars as well. I am joined this morning by Grant Gell, a.k.a. Bertram. We found Bertram. We found Bertram. Man, thanks for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me. This is going to be a blast.
I tried to warn you already. I am one of those people, and I think there is a large percentage of folks who sort of fit in my demo, who this movie hit just right at just the right time and means a ton. But you're sitting here in Cincinnati 30 years later to talk about it. Is that ever just like wild to you?
It blows all of our collective minds all the time. You know, 30 years ago, we didn't expect this. I don't think anybody could.
Sure.
So for the film to have touched so many people and to give us this opportunity to still be able to come out and talk about it and share these memories with everybody, it's just the coolest thing.
It's so cool too that I mentioned during the commercial break, there's a generational aspect of it, because there are people that are my age who love it because it kind of came out at the right time for us. But it's about a generation that is older than my generation, and now my kids have seen it too. How cool is that to see grandmas and grandpas and parents and kids and everybody love this movie?
But that's kind of the way that it was made too. You know, I mean, the thing about this movie is that, yes, it's a baseball film, but it's a movie about friendship and overcoming obstacles and diversity and inclusion and these messages that are really timeless. So you get a film that like this, it's kind of nostalgia wrapped in nostalgia, you know?
Yeah, well, and you know, it's funny you mentioned the diversity issue about it. Is I never really thought about it in that way, because it's just so baked into the movie. It's not what the movie is about, but it's just in there. I never really thought about that before.
It's in the DNA of it, and it goes back to what it was really written about too. David Mickey Evans, the writer-director, the kids that he grew up with were bullies. And really gave him and his younger brother a hard time. So he said, well, what if I could go back and rewrite it and my childhood bullies were actually childhood heroes? And that was really through the lens of all of it. And being on the set, you know, we had parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, everybody who was on set with Guardians with the kids were generational as well. And it was just a really special thing.
Also really special, you have started a nonprofit with some of your castmates. Play Forever. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the Play Forever Project. So I co-founded it with Victor DiMatteo, who plays Timmy Timmons, and Shane Obazinski, who plays Repeat, of course, is on the board with us as well.
And they're going to be in there tonight.
They are. They're going to be here. They're in the air right now, making their ways from all over the country to be here tonight. But the Play Forever Project is a youth sports-focused nonprofit, and we work to remove the obstacles and break down barriers that are blocking kids from participating in sports, both on and off the field. And you see it in the movie, right? Being part of a team has these benefits that far outreach sports, and the barrier to entry in sports right now is getting higher and higher and higher. And in 1962, when the movie was took place, when Benny busted the guts out of the ball, 98 cents was the difference between the kids being able to play that day or have to swipe a Babe Ruth ball to keep playing. That same baseball today is $10. So for us now to have this opportunity and this platform to be able to travel, talk about the film, and actually be able to raise money and give back to communities everywhere we go, it means the world to us, and it's what we want our legacies around this film to be, so that the Play Forever Project will hopefully continue to live on in parallel with the film. So
you're going to bring awareness to that. You're also going to be celebrity bartenders tonight before the screen as well. Is that to help generate some dollars for it?
Yes, exactly. So, you know, it's a bit of a fundraiser pop-up tonight to really be able to be out and mix and mingle with the community, talk about what we're doing. We're going to have some really special signed items by the entire cast that are going to be available for donation.
The great Hambino?
Hambino's on there, Squints is on there. We got everybody. There's a ton of support from the entire cast with what we're doing, and every opportunity that we can to shake hands and tell people about our mission, we're going to take every opportunity. I got to take you back to what it was like to film, and how much of it has become legendary in your own mind and how much is real. I don't even know how that works, but do you have any moments that stick out, whether it was The Beast or messing around in the treehouse, or one of the things that just sticks out to you like, I can't believe I got to do that? Yeah, the treehouse was a really special place, so it was practical. Everything that you saw in that treehouse was real. And it was CGI back then. No CGI. You can tell the CGI. It's pretty obvious. But Salt Lake City in the middle of the summer, right? That was our clubhouse, and the entire experience was great. grade. It was like summer camp, but the fact that we're all still friends today,
that's amazing,
is honestly the coolest thing about it.
How often do you guys, because I know you do a lot of events like this, you go to different cons and that kind of thing. How often do you, like in a year, or are you guys on a constant text thread?
We do have a text thread. We do have a text thread, and it's pretty active. We see each other, it seems like almost every month now. So we were back on the original Sandlot a couple weeks ago in Salt Lake for the 30th, and about 3,000 or 4,000 people came out to watch the movie on the field, and just being able to travel and hang out with the guys is just really special.
Who is the best ball player?
Oh, Benny, by far.
Benny wasn't like what they wanted to call.
By far. Honestly, we still talk about it. If Mike kept playing, I mean, there's a good chance he would have seen him in a Major League Baseball uniform.
No kidding.
He was phenomenal.
He was the one. Was anybody out there who had clearly never played before?
No, everybody it was kind of a prerequisite to a certain extent. You had to know your way around it, and we had about 2 weeks of spring training before we started filming.
And you can always tell. Do you ever watch a baseball movie and see an actor and go, "Oh my gosh, that dude's never touched a baseball in his life"?
No, I have fortunately never said that.
Hey, thank you for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Really appreciate it. Get down to the banks tonight. The movie is free. It starts at 8:30. Bertram, who got lost in the 60s, but we found him again, will be there. Timmy and Tommy Timmons are going to be there as well. Those cast members will also be at the Moorline Lager House from 3 to 6 for happy hour. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Hey there, thanks so much for visiting the Local 12 YouTube channel. Click the links, hit subscribe to get notified anytime we post content to this channel.